For stronger legs, older adults should include 3 essential vitamins in their nightly routine. You've been misled. Many people are told that weak legs are simply a natural part of aging, that your body is supposed to slow down, that balance fades, and that strength disappears after a certain age. But that's not the full truth. In reality, the real cause often lies in a hidden deficiency of 3 vital vitamins your body needs to restore leg strength while you sleep. What no one is revealing is this: these nutrients are natural, affordable, and not very profitable. That's why you won't see them heavily promoted on television or across social media. It's also why most people never hear about them during routine checkups. Yet, the scientific evidence is clear. Lacking even one of these vitamins can triple your risk of falling after 60, delay muscle repair by over 30%, and significantly raise the chance of painful leg cramps at night. In today's message, I'm going to reveal the top vitamin for restoring leg strength. Even though it's been shown to increase strength by more than 30%, very few seniors take it. Why? Because there's no financial incentive to solve the real root cause. Without these nutrients, your legs, your foundation, begin to weaken. Muscles struggle to recover, nerves lose communication, balance fades, and the body slowly loses its confidence. Recent studies show that older adults who take these specific vitamins before bedtime experience better balance, reduced leg pain, and faster muscle recovery in just days. Based on eye-opening research, I'll walk you through the top 3 vitamins every adult over 40 should consider before bed to help regain leg strength. Everything you hear can be verified. These findings are backed by real scientific studies. Before we begin, take a moment to think about where you're watching from, your age, and what vitamins you currently take each day. This isn't just information. This is about your life, your movement, and your independence. Let's begin with the first vitamin on the list, one that most older adults rarely take in the right way: vitamin B12. Many people have heard of B12, but few truly understand how essential it is for strong legs, steady movement, and nighttime muscle repair. When B12 levels drop, your legs begin to give out, not only because muscles weaken, but because the communication between your brain and your legs starts to break down. B12 works like an electrical wire. It connects your nerves to your muscles. When that connection weakens, it leads to fatigue, instability, and eventually dangerous falls. Here's the problem. After the age of 60, your body struggles to absorb B12 from food. This isn't your fault. As you age, your stomach produces less acid, which is needed to release B12 from protein. Even if you eat meat, fish, or eggs, your intestines may no longer absorb enough of this nutrient. According to national health data, up to 40% of adults over 60 have low or borderline B12 levels without realizing it. Symptoms appear slowly. First, numbness in the feet, then tingling, then stiffness, eventually weakness when standing. This happens because B12 maintains the protective layer around your nerves. When that layer weakens, signals from your brain no longer reach your legs properly. That's why older adults with low B12 often walk more slowly, feel unsteady, drag their feet, and experience nighttime cramps. These signs can even mimic serious neurological conditions. Your nervous system regenerates during sleep. This is when your body repairs nerve tissue and restores coordination. If B12 isn't available during this window, your nerves can't recover. That's why taking it before bed matters. It supplies the right nutrient at the right time. Unlike stimulants, vitamin B12 does not keep you awake. It supports calm brain activity and, in many older adults, even improves sleep quality. Some seniors report deeper, more restorative sleep after taking it at night. But not all forms of B12 are the same. The most effective type for older adults is methylcobalamin. It is absorbed more easily, especially if you have digestive issues. The best option is a sublingual tablet that dissolves under the tongue. This allows B12 to enter the bloodstream directly, bypassing the stomach entirely. If you rely only on regular tablets or a basic multivitamin, you may still be deficient. That's why many people say, I already take vitamins, but nothing changes. The form and timing matter. How soon can you feel a difference? Within 10 to 14 days, many seniors notice better muscle coordination, faster nerve responses, and stronger leg movement. Clinical observations show that after several weeks of daily B12 use, older adults who once struggled to walk even short distances regained confidence and mobility. These are not miracle stories. This is basic biology working the way it was designed to. If your legs feel stiff, weak, or numb, if you notice twitching at night, or if you feel unsteady when standing up, start by correcting your B12 levels. It isn't just another supplement, it's a signal from your body. The longer your nerves go without it, the harder it becomes to restore full strength. Now let's move to the second vitamin, one proven to reverse leg weakness in as little as 2 weeks when taken at bedtime and to promote real muscle growth. Vitamin D3. Most people think of vitamin D as something that only helps bones. But after the age of 40, and especially after 60, D3 becomes one of your body's most powerful allies for maintaining and rebuilding muscle, particularly in the legs. What many older adults don't realize is that over 70% of them are deficient in vitamin D3. Weak legs, slower recovery, and a higher risk of falls are directly linked to low D3 levels. Vitamin D3 does far more than support calcium. It plays a direct role in muscle protein synthesis. This is the process your body uses to rebuild muscle fibers after everyday activity. Around midlife, your ability to recover begins to slow. You might walk around the house and still wake up sore. When D3 levels are low, that rebuilding process slows even more. This is when age-related muscle loss begins to show. It targets the legs first. Thighs, calves, and hips gradually weaken. Even before you see it, you feel it. Standing up takes more effort. Climbing stairs feels heavier. Your world quietly starts to shrink. Research has shown that older adults who restore healthy D3 levels experience fewer falls and measurable gains in leg strength within months. The reason is simple. D3 activates receptors in your muscles responsible for strength and balance. These receptors are most active during deep sleep, when growth hormone is released. That's why bedtime is the ideal moment to take it. D3 also reduces inflammation in muscle tissue. If your calves burn at night or your thighs ache deeply, low-grade inflammation may be the cause. Vitamin D3 helps calm that internal irritation, allowing muscles to heal instead of staying locked in pain. Many people take D3 in the morning or skip it entirely, but when taken at night, it aligns with your body's natural repair rhythm. Muscle growth doesn't happen during activity, it happens while you sleep. Without D3, that process cannot work properly. Sunlight alone is no longer enough. As you age, your skin produces far less vitamin D from the same amount of sun exposure. Even daily walks may not provide what your body needs. For many adults over 40, supplementation becomes essential. Most adults over 40 benefit from between 2,000 and 4,000 international units of vitamin D3 each night. Your exact needs depend on your blood levels, but the form matters. Always choose D3, not D2. For better absorption, take it with a small amount of healthy fat, such as a few almonds, a spoon of yogurt, or a splash of almond milk. And no, vitamin D3 will not disrupt your sleep. In fact, many people report the opposite. Studies suggest it may improve sleep quality by calming the nervous system and reducing nighttime leg cramps. If your muscles feel tight, your recovery feels slow, or your walking pace has begun to decline, your body may simply be missing this crucial nutrient. Fixing that single habit can finally give your muscles what they need to rebuild. But the strongest vitamin of them all is one most seniors have never even considered. Vitamin D3 supports strength, but it cannot do its job alone. The true powerhouse, the one that quietly restores what time has been taking from your legs, is vitamin K2. Almost no older adult talks about this vitamin, even though it may be the single most powerful one for restoring leg strength. This is not the leafy green version known as K1, which helps with blood clotting. This is K2, and it plays a completely different role. Think of vitamin K2 as your body's calcium traffic controller. It directs calcium away from your arteries, joints, and soft tissues and sends it into your bones where it belongs. When K2 is missing, calcium goes astray. It hardens blood vessels, settles into joints, and stiffens muscles and connective tissue. That's why many older adults suffer from both aching legs and brittle bones at the same time. Their calcium is being sent to the wrong places, and they never realize it. K2 also activates genes responsible for muscle repair. In clinical research, older adults who took K2 experienced significant improvements in leg strength and balance within weeks. These were not small changes. They were functional improvements that affected walking, standing, and stability. Those who took it at night improved the most. That's because bones and muscles regenerate fastest during sleep. When K2 is present, it supports that natural rebuilding process. Vitamin K2 works hand in hand with vitamin D3. They are partners. D3 helps calcium enter your bloodstream. K2 ensures that calcium ends up in your bones instead of your arteries or joints. Without enough K2, D3 can actually push calcium into the wrong places. This explains why some older adults who take D3 alone still feel stiffness or worsening joint discomfort. In many of those cases, the missing piece is K2. But K2 does more than guide calcium. It improves how muscles use glucose for energy and helps form new bone tissue by activating a protein involved in strength and structure. This is especially important for adults with slower circulation, insulin resistance, or early blood sugar issues. When taken at night, K2 supports muscle energy storage during sleep. Many people wake up with legs that feel steadier, stronger, and less fatigued. The challenge is that K2 is rare in modern diets. It is found mainly in aged cheeses and fermented foods that most people do not eat regularly. That is why supplementation becomes necessary with age. The most effective form is known as MK7. It stays active in your body longer and provides steady support through the night. When you take K2 before bed, it is like switching on your body's internal repair system. And if you already take vitamin D3, K2 is the key that unlocks its true power. If you have noticed your legs weakening, climbing stairs becoming harder, or new knee and calf pain that did not exist last year, vitamin K2 may be the missing link. Many older adults assume these changes are simply part of aging. They tell themselves it is normal to slow down, to feel unsteady, to avoid long walks, to sit more and move less. But your body is often not failing. It is asking for what it needs. When muscles stop recovering, when joints feel stiff, and when balance begins to fade, it is usually because the internal repair systems are no longer supported. Sleep is when those systems are meant to work. That is when nerves regenerate, muscle fibers rebuild, and bone tissue strengthens. Without the right nutrients, that process becomes weak and incomplete. B12 restores the communication between your brain and your legs. It repairs the wiring that keeps movement smooth and confident. D3 fuels muscle rebuilding and reduces inflammation that causes deep nighttime aches. K2 ensures that calcium goes where it belongs, strengthening bones and supporting muscle recovery instead of creating stiffness and pain. Together, these three vitamins create an environment in your body where healing can finally happen again. This is not about chasing youth. It is about preserving independence. It is about being able to stand up without hesitation, to walk without fear, to climb stairs without holding your breath. It is about waking up and trusting your body again. Many seniors reach a point where they begin to avoid movement. They sit more. They limit outings. They stop doing the things they once enjoyed, not because they want to, but because their legs no longer feel reliable. That loss of confidence quietly reshapes life. But weakness is not always permanent. In many cases, it is nutritional. When the body is given what it needs, it often responds quickly. Nerves become more responsive, Muscles recover faster. Pain softens. Balance improves. Steps feel steadier. Small changes begin to restore big parts of life. These vitamins are not exotic. They are not expensive. They are simply overlooked. That is why so many people continue to struggle. Not because nothing can be done, but because no one ever told them what their body was missing. Your legs carry you through every chapter of life. They take you to the kitchen in the morning. They carry you through hallways, across streets, and into the arms of people you love. They are your foundation. Caring for them is not vanity. It is self-respect. If you begin supporting your body before bed, when it is designed to heal, you give yourself a chance to rebuild instead of decline. You allow your body to work with you instead of against you. This is not about fighting time, it is about aging with strength instead of surrender. And it begins with listening to what your body has been asking for all along. If this message helped you, share it with someone you care about, someone who may be struggling quietly, someone who thinks weakness is inevitable. Let them know it may not be. Your legs still have work to do. Make sure they stay strong for the years ahead.